Kyrie Jesu Domine, dona eis requiem.
Good morning and happy Thursday. Just turned down Judy Garland. Listened to her the last few days. A beautiful voice. Anyway, I was going to bed last night, hearing reports that the district attorney in Atlanta has convicted the police officer who shot the man over the weekend and has convicted him of murder. He's going to be convicted of murder and faces a possible death penalty for doing his job. And as a result, apparently last night, many police officers are failing to report into duty. And I don't blame them at all. This probably should be a Black Cat commentary, but it's not, because I'm putting it out there on the main page of Facebook. Because we need to think seriously about how we are allowing the police to be maligned just the same way as the veterans after Vietnam. It is the exact same thing. 2 days ago, I recorded a thing called COVID 911, that all the cops should develop a case of COVID 911 and not show up for 2 weeks. I accidentally recorded that not on my podcast page, but on my main page. So at the end of this video, stick around, and I'll put the link in there so you can find it. There's a handful of videos there that I accidentally recorded, and moving them from one to the other is a pain in the butt, so I just say forget it. But anyway, I don't blame the police for showing up. You do your job, and you're going to be maligned as a racist, and then you're going to be given the worst possible sentencing they can find. No, I mean, not get convicted for that. Hope he doesn't. From all appearances, he was trying to do his job. And it was a shame the man got shot and died. But the media has decided that hating the cops is good for business. And the media has decided that cops, white cops hunting black men, is really what's going on as a national phenomenon. There is never any mention nationally in the big cable news networks of how much young black homicide is the #1 killer for blacks. And it's not from cops. It is from one another more often than not. It is not discussed. It is ignored. And they go on. Police brutality against people is a terrible thing. It is real. But for the talking points of some of the mainstream media, the statistics, the facts don't match up with the reality. But most people don't want their reality changed. We live in an age of unbelievable arrogance and pride. You forcing me to question my ideas is offensive. That's how most people think. They shouldn't. Whatever happened to the 60s? Question authority. With authority are people like the mainstream media, like CNN or Fox, if you're on the other side. Question both of them. Nope, we're all our little tribes, and we only question the opposing tribe. In fact, we don't even question them. We dismiss them. We go into automatic default disagreement. I've got my facts. Don't confuse me with additional ones that might cloud it. And that's unfortunate. That's why we're so divided. There's still people who can't get to sleep over the 2016 incident. We call it the election of Donald Trump. 2020. It's going to be something else. But I pray for our police officers, because the vast majority of them are good. Otherwise, we'd be hearing about them every day in the news, how horrible they are. And it wouldn't be one report, it would be dozens of reports daily. But it's not. Most of our police officers are exemplary men and women who have a thankless job of putting up with the cultural garbage of humanity in our country, from every ethnicity. The bad behaviors of neighbors they have to deal with. We ought to be more grateful and supportive of them. Reform the cops, reform the nation, reform politics. That's probably where it really needs to happen. The grandstanders in DC, all of them. Hey, don't shut it off yet. Take a look at Hey Padre on YouTube, and you might be able to find some of the missing videos that didn't get loaded up on Hey Padre podcast. So anyway, every now and again, I'm not completely awake in the morning when I record these things. Have a great Thursday, everybody. Goodbye.